You know, we are constantly surrounded by people in need, aren't we? I mean, it may be the hungry, it may be the poor, it may be the prisoner, it may be the elderly or the shut in, it may be the addicted, or it may be the mentally ill. And there are all kinds of people around us in need. All we need to do is open our eyes. And as followers of Jesus, Jesus set an example for us, didn't he? At the Last Supper, he ate dinner with the disciples, and he also took off his robe so that he was just wearing a loincloth. And he got a basin of water, and he went to each disciple and he washed each of their feet. Now, he is their master, right? He is their Lord, their rabbi. He is the one in charge, and he has stooped himself down to become a servant. And by washing the feet of those in that room that night, he lowered himself to the most menial task of the most menial servant. He put himself below all of them to prove a point. And by the time he got to Peter, Peter's like, oh, no way, Jesus, you are not washing my feet. I don't deserve this. I'm not going to allow it. And Jesus said, listen, man, if I don't wash your feet, you can't even be like in my kingdom. And Peter's like, whoa, okay, all right. So he backs off and he says, okay, Jesus, then wash my head and my face and my body. And Jesus like, you don't need all that, okay? Just let me do what I'm doing. I'm going to wash your feet and prove a point here. The other thing is, he washes 11 disciples' feet, and there's Judas in this crowd too, right? The one who will betray him that very night. And don't you know Jesus washes Judas's feet as well, even though he knew what was about to happen. He knew that he was going to be arrested and he was going to go to the cross after being tortured, and he was going to die. And it was all because Judas decided that he was going to betray Jesus. Now, it was part of the plan, and we all get it now because we see the resurrection, but nobody knew what was happening except Jesus at that point. He could have said, Judas, hit the road, take off, I'm not washing your feet. But to prove a point, Jesus washed the feet of the very one who was going to betray him. In our world, we are around all kinds of different people. We can say, well, I don't want to give this person the love and the mercy and the grace that Jesus would show them because they have wronged me. I don't want to deal with the mentally ill. I don't want to deal with the addicted. I don't want to deal with teenagers or people of different races. I don't want to deal with the elderly. I don't want to. And Jesus says, hey, man, put it all to the side because I am calling you as my believers to be servants of all, to love everyone, not just the ones that you want to love, but love all of them. Become a servant and serve each and every one. And by doing that, we will draw them to Jesus. May God continue to pour out his grace, mercy, and blessings on each and every one of us until we get to meet again. Amen. Amen.